welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are subscribed, and if you are new here, welcome. I am the creator behind n.r.b Crafts. My name is Noemi, and I hope you guys like my content. Today I am going to recreate a design from the lovely Jessica Flynn from Flynn Sisters Boutique. This is her design. I am just recreating it in my own version. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for any future videos that I have. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright, so to start off, we are going to use this super thin masking tape and just kind of create like a squiggly or wavy line down the side of the tumbler. Yeah, that's the only way I know how to explain it. So you could always reposition the tape, and if you need to cut some more, then you can just attach it to whatever the shape it is that you're making. I did have kind of some trouble, so just beware. It is kind of a more advanced tumbler. I mean, you can go ahead and try it if you're starting out, but this tumbler was a little bit tricky. And just to warn you guys, I did speed up a lot of the video just because I took my time with every single part of this tumbler when I was making it. So just so that I wouldn't have like a 3 hour long video, I did speed up a lot of the sections here. So like I said, you guys could always reposition the tape, and you can see that here. I did ended up lifting my spray paint a little, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the wavy part of my lines to the thickness that I want and that I thought my design would look better. Um, like I said, go check out Jessica Flynn's video. This is her design, so I am basing it off of her video, and just as a reminder, I am going to have the link to her video in my description so that you guys could go check that out. So once we finish positioning our masking tape where we want, we are going to start to glitter the tumbler. And so the colors that I am using are mostly yellows and a white. So my first yellow is a fine glitter. This is actually one of my favorite yellow glitters. I got it from my lovely Jen at Rocky Road Creations. And this is in the color Lemonade. And when I went to epoxy this, guys, this yellow was absolutely stunning under the epoxy. I did end up doing a second coat of my glitter on almost all of these, and I did remove that masking tape as I was doing my sections because I didn't want my tape to lift the glitter up after I Mod Podged it. So here I am going to be using another yellow from Jen at Rocky Road Creations, and this is called Space Cadet. This is a chunky fine mix and also one of my favorites. I hadn't used these glitters in a while, and the cup that I made using these glitters a while ago, I didn't like, so I ended up stripping it, and that was the end of that tumbler. So yes, as you can see, this is a super pretty glitter, and they are different shades of yellow, which is what I also loved about this. And to finish off my tumbler, I am going in with a fine white. So, um, I did use parchment paper to lay down that chunky glitter flat. If you need to see that, you could look in my previous video, in my hand painted tumbler video. I did show you guys how I used the parchment paper to lay down your chunky glitter flat, just so that when you go to epoxy your tumbler, you won't have any like pokey bits from the glitter, and you also won't have any, um, you won't use more epoxy than you need to use, if that makes any sense. Um, so yeah, I'm just finishing this off, and the bottom I did go in with that lemonade glitter again, just because I kind of forgot to when I was using it. So I did go back in with that. And when I went to epoxy it, I used about 40 milliliters. And now to my fun part. I am taking my acrylic marker, and in that section where I used the Space Cadet glitter, I am going to start drawing some lemons, because why not? So, um, Jessica Flynn did make a watermelon tumbler out of this design, and I decided to do lemons just to kind of change it up a little. This is a very like versatile design, so you don't necessarily have to do like fruits or anything else like that. I just felt like doing something with lemons in it for a change. And also it's still summer, a lot of lemonades still out there. I mean, this could be your lemonade cup if you drink a lot of lemonade. um, so when I was drawing these, I did mess up a lot. So I had some acetone and that little, like a little cotton pad, just because I am very picky with how I draw things and with how things come out for me. So I ended up going and redrawing more than half of these lemons, which is also why I sped up the video, because again, we would be watching a 3 or 4 hour video with me doing this at a regular speed. So, um, yes, I clean off a lot, and at the very end, I did end up going in with a Q-tip and just kind of removing some of that white acrylic residue that was left by the marker when I first started to erase the lemon, or like sections from the lemon that I did. Um, if you guys have any questions on how I drew these lemons, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I will do my best to describe how I drew it. I just kind of eyeballed it and went for it. Uh, I know I'm usually like a perfectionist about things, but sometimes it's just uh, you gotta jump in and do that. So just, if you guys do try to draw these, just take your time and be patient with yourself, because it is a long process. So here you can see me going in with that Q-tip that I mentioned and just cleaning up the little pieces. And after that, I epoxied it, and now I am adding my decal to my tumbler. So once I add this, I am going to go in with my um, some holographic vinyl that I got from, I believe it was Tech Wrap. Sorry, I can't talk today. Um, So yeah, I went in with a holographic vinyl after I placed my decal. And of course, if you have a lemon tumbler, you can't not put a lemon saying on it, I guess. um, so yes, I am just going to burnish that on and make sure that it is on there very well, just because this white vinyl is kind of sucky and I didn't necessarily like it, but at the end of it, it worked out, which is great. So, for the lines, I did have to use sections of the lines on certain places because my design was a little too long when I wrapped it around, but it's okay because it flowed pretty well. Um, I also had to seal it with quick coat. Yeah, quick coat from CCDIY, which is just like a sealer so that your pieces won't lift. Um, so for some of these, my vinyl did end up kind of lifting. So I just burnished them down and then applied the quick coat and then I applied my epoxy. So there you can see that I am attaching two little lines from my vinyl and just cutting it super close to the edge, not right on the edge, but a little bit down, just so that when I went to go seal it with the epoxy, I could make sure that that vinyl was completely sealed. So just to finish off this tumbler, I am just going to apply my vinyl strips to the other two sections, and as you can see, I am just going to apply my vinyl strips and put more than one. It wasn't necessarily a problem to put the vinyl strips on there. I just used some tweezers just to make sure that I lined it up correctly and I didn't have a big gap between the two. And like I said, I did end up having to burnish these down because they did lift a little bit. But other than that, I think this tumbler came out pretty well. So just after I apply the rest of my vinyl strips, I am going to apply about 30 to 40 milliliters of epoxy just to make sure everything is well coated when I do go to epoxy. And the final result is the tumbler with everything on it, obviously. I really enjoyed making this design. And like I said, guys, Jessica Flynn is the creator of this. She is from Flynn Sisters Boutique. So go check her out. Her video is in the description below so that you guys could go check out her original watermelon abstract tumbler because she does an amazing job at creating this design. And obviously, I still need to practice it because I did mess up, or I just need to make thinner vinyl strips next time so that I won't get any lumpies or bumps or anything else on my tumbler. But other than that, I enjoyed making this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with a brand new video. Thanks for watching.